As you can see, I have the majority of these Funko figures, and this is just every now and then we just collect these Funkos, we pick them up as we go along, and then I have another gigantic video for you. But yeah, let's just get to it already. Nothing to it but to do it.
Step out of your world and step into my...
Alright guys, I have, Alyssa did Pinky, the pink ghost, and I have here Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Inky, Blinky, Clyde, and Blue Ghost. So let's just talk about Pac-Man real quick. Now these are unique. I mean, I don't remember Pac-Man ever having feet and legs, but as you can see, and arms, right? But if you can see his eyes, the way they painted the eyes, that's the original Pac-Man shape, going around, going after these ghosts. So just very cool figure. I love how the tongue is sculpted in there. He got his little nose, his short nose. He got his eyes, his little eyebrows painted in nicely. Just a very cool and unique looking version of Pac-Man. I don't know if there's been an updated video game of Pac-Man that he looks like this, but that's pretty cool. Now Mrs. Pac-Man on the other hand, yes baby?
And he did not have those big ears before.
Those aren't ears, those are eyebrows.
What?
His eyebrows are sculpted up, just like yours. Alright, now let's talk about Mrs. Pac-Man. Now, Alyssa said it best. What did you say about her makeup?
She has too much makeup.
Way too much makeup. Now, really, I wasn't going to get Mrs. Pac-Man, but I got the rest of them. Might as well get Mrs. Pac-Man, right? But it still looks, for all the makeup that she does have, at least it's painted decently, right? And again, she has the Pac-Man chompy eyes going on there with the paintwork. Her pink little bow. She got a lot of blush, eyelashes. She got her blue sandals. So yeah, Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man. Let's put them away somewhere. You guys be good now. All right, and now we have this. This is just a generic ghost. This is the Blue Ghost. You can see it right there. Not much going on. All these ghosts, well, not him because he doesn't have the arms, but they seem to have, yeah, they're the same sculpt otherwise. So he's minus the arms. He's just a generic ghost without the boxing glove hands, it seems, with the rest of them. But yeah, just white eyes. Not much going on here. Just Blue Ghost, and that's his name, Blue Ghost. Let's put him away.
Blue Ghost sad because he has that mouth.
I
think he has mixed feelings.
I don't. He has mixed feelings. Yep. I don't know because the other guys, right? We got here. Let's talk about Inky. Inky looks like the happy. He is cute. He is definitely a cutie pie. He looks like the happiest ghost ever. Like,
yeah.
You know how Casper's the friendly ghost? This is the happy ghost. This is Inky. And I love the paint job, the baby blue. And he's just so happy. How can you be upset? You have a rough day at work or a rough day at school. Come home and look at Inky. He's going to cheer you up.
Dad,
so, yeah, baby.
If I would have a pet that goes in, I would want Inky.
I would want Inky too. I
would have Inky and Pinky.
I think everybody would want Inky. So you got Inky, who's the happy ghost, right? And now we have the grumpy, mean-looking, angry ghost, Blinky, who is so cool. One of my favorites. I'm kind of like this. This is me in a nutshell right here. I'm happy, I'm angry. I'm happy, I'm grumpy. I'm smiling, Alright? And then we have Clyde. We have Inky, Blinky, she did Pinky, and we have Clyde. So that's hilarious. But you see, they all have the same sculpt work here. But Clyde looks like the shy, bashful one, right? Aw, he's shy. He doesn't really want to chase Pac-Man. He doesn't know what he wants to do.
Does he have friends?
Yeah, these are his friends, but they probably like... He's too happy to care about him, and he's too angry to care about him. So he doesn't know what to do. He's like, which one should I talk to? But yeah, like Alyssa said, Blue Ghost, mixed feelings. That's a good one, Liz. So that's the rest of the Pac-Man set, guys, and let's move on to the next one. Now, I got some DC Funko Pop figures here. I got Superman and the Joker. Now, I got Superman here in his new 52 outfit, and it's pretty cool. The paint job on this figure is a little flaky, some chipping, and doesn't look as clean as they usually do. But overall, it's a great looking figure. It's Superman. I mean, come on, in his new 52 gear. Got the black S logo there. But you see, even the black S logo looks a little splotchy. It's kind of off center. But it's alright. I'm not going to show him like that. And you see the articulation, the side to side, right? So let's put Superman away. Glad to have him. But I love this Joker. Take a look at this Joker, guys. I know he's from an early wave of the DC Funko figures. But I happened to pick him up, and I was so happy I did. And just look at that. Look at the awesome sculpt. Look at that hair. The way he got the sharp points here.
Daddy,
yeah, honey.
With the points, he makes a triangle. See? Ooh,
yeah, it makes a triangle. Tyler.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Of course you can say something.
Look into his very weird
psychopath eyes.
Yep. I was going to get to that. Take a look at that in his eyes here. He doesn't have the typical black paint or white paint. He has those smaller, hypnotic eyes. So, you know, Joker's always playing a trick on you. And this Joker is no different.
He's going to hypnotize you.
He's going to hypnotize. And we got the head. Let's see, the head. There you go. It was a little rough. That's how stiff it's been. He's been locked in the box for far too long, but there you go. And the great traditional. This is an iconic look for the Joker. I'm so happy to have this figure. The paint job is on point. You got the purple suit. You got his yellow, got his green tie. The green hair and the eyes are doing it for me. So this is awesome. And look at that smile. Aww, Joker. Let's get into the video game portion of this Funko Pop collection. We got here from the upcoming Doom video game, we have Space Marine. Now, I'm going to be getting this game. I can't wait to be playing Doom, the remake of the game, I guess, or updated. And this is a Space Marine. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the main character or just a generic soldier in the multiplayer, but it looks cool, man. I mean, there's a big 6-inch giant monster coming out from the Doom game also, and I'm going to be getting that. But I love the translucent green. It looks like something out of Halo. I mean, come on, Space Marine, right? But the sculpt work is great. He got a nice shotgun there, double barrel shotgun, and just very cool. I mean, it looks like they could have put a little more paint on top, but I ain't complaining. This looks very good, right? And you got the articulation. And let's go on to the next one, which is going to be T60 Power Armor from Fallout 4. Now, wow, let me just put that down. Take a look at this guy. The sculpt work is phenomenal on this, right, guys? He looks awesome. And you can see, look, he's bigger. I mean, this is the power armor. He got to be bigger than the rest of the guys. These are the standard video game characters, and he is definitely, you know, bigger in scale, right? But the sculpt looks so good, and the paint job, you can see the rusted paint job that they did. They put like the brighter, you got the gray going all over throughout, and then you got little rust areas that they painted in, like these reddish brown areas that they spray painted in, it looks like. Great job, and he has that big machine gun looking thing. Oh, so cool. So this is from the Fallout game, and this is T60 Power Armor. And now let's get into Nathan Drake, the star of the Uncharted series, the PlayStation exclusive video game. And I am an Xbox owner, but I've been following Nathan Drake. I've been following the Uncharted series, and I couldn't wait to pick him up in Funko Pop form. I mean, if I ever do get a PlayStation, I will definitely be getting Nathan Drake. Very cool. His standard look here, the iconic look, just the treasure hunter that he is and the thief that he is. So cool. Got his hook, got his rope. Awesome. Let's go on to the next one. All right, now going on to Star Wars. Now, if you see my previous Funko video, I had Star Wars BB-8 and Captain Phasma, so please check that out. But here, I picked up C-3PO, and especially after seeing The Force Awakens in theaters, and seeing C-3PO with the red arm, which, how did he get the red arm? We don't know, one of the many questions in the movie. But this is so cool. I had to pick up C-3PO. Big fan of the character since way back. And look at that. Got the bobblehead. You know, the Marvel and the Star Wars figures have the bobblehead. But man, the paint job on him, he is gold. You know, everywhere but the red arm. And that gold is nice and clean throughout. If you can see there, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see his circuits painted in the back. Yo, besides that red arm, he looks fresh to death. But look at this. It also came with a stand, which is so awesome. I got excited about this in the last video too, and I'm getting excited again. I'm like a newborn baby. I get excited about everything. But this is so cool. Look at that. It comes with a stand. What Funko figures come with a stand besides Superman, who gets one in the... Anyway, we got... It also came with this thing in the box, which I didn't want to rip up and throw out. But we got, it looks like a logo of the First Order, right? From the movie. So very cool. And that is C-3PO. Now here I have Oscar the Grouch himself from Sesame Street. And this is so cool. I mean, come on, Oscar the Grouch Funko Pop. You can see his little worm friend. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the worm. It's been many years since I watched Sesame Street. But, scram! You know, he got his little trash can that's painted in the nice silver paint. The scram, you can see the rope and the board and everything is painted perfectly. They did a great job. And you see his little, whatever you call it, his fur or whatever the heck Oscar the Grouch is. But it's sculpted detail throughout the head. His bushy unibrow. Look at that unibrow. Got that bushy brown unibrow. And the trash can lid for a head. Yeah, baby.
What happened to his teeth?
He eat a lot of garbage. So he probably didn't brush his teeth in there. He doesn't have any teeth. You can see If you looked in the side, it's sculpted. So it's not just painted mouth, it's actually sculpted, and the tongue. So good notice there, Ty. And that is Oscar the Grouch. The Ultimate Warrior in Funko Pop form. One of my favorite wrestlers from the WWE, WWF at the time, of all time. I absolutely love the Ultimate Warrior. Wish he was still here. But I'm so happy to have this Funko Pop figure. This is awesome, and he is jacked up. Look at him. Like he came right out of the 80s, right? All puffed up and looking all buff. And you can see the paint job is phenomenal. They did a great job with his face paint, which he's known for. Besides his gigantic muscles and his intensity, he also had the great paint job, which he always changed every time he came out. So it's so cool, the paint job that they did. Very clean work. He got his little tassels and everything. His boots got little warrior logos on the boots. And his green trunks. Oh, awesome. Love you, Warrior. That's the Ultimate Warrior. And here we have Voltron already put together for you. But this is the Funko form of Voltron. And this looks so cool, man. I mean, growing up, I knew of Voltron. I didn't really follow the animated series, the cartoon. But I've always been a fan of the final form of Voltron when they all combine and make Voltron. So this is just so cool. And me being mecha-ish, I'm loving those robots. I'm loving anything to do with a mech suit and all that cool stuff. And just look at the paint job on him. You got his little cat-like, head here, which is articulated side to side and very boxy. Very true and very, paying the proper respect to the character that it deserves. And they just did a great job. And that's Voltron. With the recent release of the movie, Deadpool fever is at a super high right now. And we got here Deadpool and his chimichanga truck. Deadpool always talks about chimichangas, and he got his own truck here, which is pretty cool. And we got a Deadpool that is removable, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. But just look at his truck. The truck is, the wheels don't move. It's static. It's just like a little display for Deadpool. A very fun display. And it says here his menu: hot chimichanga, cold chimichanga, the best chimichanga, yesterday's chimichanga, Polywana chimichanga, burn chimichanga, and evil chimichanga. So Deadpool, being the hilarious character that he is, always breaking the fourth wall and doing all kinds of crazy antics. And this little chimichanga truck is doing the same thing. It fits him perfectly. And you see his logo, chimichangas. The paint job is nice and crisp. You got the silver, the yellow, the green, the red tamales here. And look at the tamale. It's a Deadpool tamale. Come on. Doesn't he have enough guys in the Deadpool Corps? But very cool. When we look at the side, got his logo. But I love Deadpool, but I don't know if I'm going to buy anything from this. Alright, and check this out. So now we got Deadpool that comes out, and he has peg holes here, so he can go in and out. You plug him right in and take him right out. So very cool display option there. And he comes with his katana sword. He's missing a hand. Now, I'm a little confused. I'm baffled. Because I have no idea. There's a little notch in there, if you can see in his chest. Like, was there something plugged in there? Because there was nothing in the package that I opened. Nothing in here. So I have no idea if something is missing or not. I'll have to look into that further. But it's a Deadpool. Got his little hood flap in the back. And, very cool. Very cool detail. I mean, it's Deadpool. But I'm just wondering. The mystery about his hand. Why is he... I mean, he's missing a hand. He'll grow it back. But something about that notch telling me I'm missing something. So if you guys know, leave a comment. I would love to hear about that. But yeah, that's Deadpool and the chimichanga truck. Here we have another Deadpool from the Marvel Funko Pop line. And you can see the bobblehead action. You got the Deadpool looking awesome. I mean, that's his iconic look. He got his little flip in the back. He got a little submachine gun, little Uzi there, and his katana. This one is not missing a hand. But let me show you them side by side. This one is beefy. This one is a lot bigger than the chimichanga one. Take a look at that. I mean, he not only has both hands, he has a lot more mass than this one, right? You can see this one is definitely bigger and wider than the chimichanga one, if you guys can see that. But very cool. I'll put Chimichanga Man without a hand away. And that is Deadpool. Now here we have my favorite X-Men. I got Colossus, one of my favorites growing up. I've always been into the big, strong guys in the groups. And Colossus is one of the biggest and strongest, especially in the X-Men. And he looks so awesome. Look at this. Of course, the Marvel bobblehead action. We got his awesome flat top, right? If you guys seen Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger, remember when Arnold was rocking that similar flat top? So very cool. And just look at that beautiful job on the silver of Colossus. You know, he's human Peter Rasputin. His mutant power is to turn into organic metal that is like almost indestructible, right? And I love that classic costume of Colossus where you got the red, that red and the yellow, and his little his knee-high boots and everything. I just love it. This is my favorite version of Colossus. Maybe because he looks like a pro wrestler or something, but I love Colossus. This is a great Funko figure, and that is my boy, Colossus like rain. We got Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer, in Funko Pop form, and he is awesome. You know, I've always been attracted to the Silver Surfer, maybe because I like shiny things, you know, but I do definitely love the silver look here, and I'm digging that surfboard. His surfboard is not removable, okay, so don't try, you might break it. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to try. But I love his little pose here, he's surfing. Oh, so cool. Such a cool looking pop figure. You know, the silver head and everything, just like with Colossus, it really does pop. And that is Silver Surfer. Alright guys, now we're getting into more Marvel figures. And we got some figures from the upcoming Captain America Civil War, which I can't wait to see. And these are figures based on the way they look from that movie. And we're going to start off here with War Machine. And you can see War Machine got a new look going on there. He got this, almost like he has a mohawk, right? It looks almost like a little dark gray gunmetal mohawk going around there. And then it goes into the bright silver, which is pretty cool. I'm digging that look. And you know, the cool thing about these Funko figures, the cool thing about any toys when they come out for the movies, a lot of times you get a good look at the figures and how they look. You get a good look at the characters, I should say, and how they will be appearing in the movie before you actually see them. Which is the case with the other two guys, which I'm going to show you. But yeah, very cool. Great paint job. You can see his bright white eyes. You can see everything. I don't know what weapon that is, so we'll see when we check out the movie. But yeah, he's holding some kind of weapon, some baton or rod or something like that. But great job. I'm so happy to have it. Let's put him down. Let's go into, there's two guys that I have here that are going to be making their debut in the Civil War movie. I mean, we did see Crossbones, his origins, in the previous Winter Soldier movie, but we're going to see him as Crossbones now. And this is so cool. I absolutely love this figure. The way they made the little white splash on his helmet, painted so well. You can see, if you look at his eyes, not just his eyes, the skin, his flesh tone, if you can see that, it looks burnt, right? So you got the burnt eyes, the burnt skin, because if you remember Captain America Winter Soldier, at the end, he didn't do so well. So he is revived now, and he is bad to the bone. And you see the X, Crossbones, and he got some cool looking weaponry here. It's like he got some special gloves, almost look like out of you know, Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare. Got some mech suit going on there. Got his army pants. Let's turn him to the back. You can see his fatigues a lot better. Just, I don't see any problem at all with this figure. So let's put him down. And that's Crossbones. And let's go into the debut of the Black Panther. T'Challa is going to be making his appearance, his debut in the Marvel Universe, starting with Captain America Civil War. And, you know, not just a black costume. You got these awesome, most likely these silver lining around his suit, being that he's from Wakanda, where the resource there is vibranium. I'm guessing that this is going to be vibranium throughout his outfit to make him more, you know, hard to hurt. But just a cool job, you know. You got the black and you got the silver. Simple but effective. And just little lines sculpted out throughout his body. So there you go, guys. And you know, Alyssa just did the Black Widow. And I got a few of the other guys. I can't wait to get the rest of them. But I got here War Machine, Crossbones, and Black Panther from the upcoming Civil War movie. Alright, so we're going to be finishing up this big, giant Funko Pop haul video, whatever you want to call it. But I got here Game of Thrones, White Walker. Now, he is creepy. Oh my goodness. If you guys haven't seen Game of Thrones, it's an awesome television show on HBO. Not for the kids, but definitely one of my wife and I's favorite show. And it is such a cool looking White Walker here. They are creepy in the show, and this dude is creepy in real life. It just seems to scream glow-in-the-dark version, right? But yeah, let's take a look here. We got the nice sculpted, you know, to emulate his dead skin. You got his beard. I don't know how you have dead skin but then have a beard, right? Wouldn't you think the beard would fall off? Like his hair, he's balding back there. And then he got the sculpted hair going down. So very nice. Got the Hulk Hogan almost hair going on there. But very cool. We got his little staff. He's ripped. Yeah, this White Walker is buff, right? I wonder who can win, him or the Ultimate Warrior. But yeah, very cool. Glad to have him in the collection. And let's see what else we got here. Oh, it's a dragon! And here we have Rhaegal, one of Khaleesi, Daenerys Targaryen's dragons. And this is Rhaegal looking so sweet. I mean, oh, look at him. I mean, I got Viserion already. He's on display. But I got Rhaegal here. And this is the green one. And they did a lot of great shading effects here. You can see you got the bright green and then the dark green. And it looks so cool. The teeth are painted nicely. You got his tongue. Be careful, it's sharp. And the scales throughout. But this is the same sculpt as the Viserion. And there is supposed to be a Drogon. If you see in the back of the cross cell, there's supposed to be a Drogon also. The same sculpt, but of course in Drogon colors. But very cool to have Rhaegal. I just want all of these giant dragons next to each other. That is going to look awesome. But really no articulation. Just 100% awesomeness going on here. And let's go on to the next one. And here we have Daenerys Targaryen and Drogon. If you guys seen the show, Drogon is like the meanest of the bunch. He is more like the teenager who wants to rebel against Mama, and then he comes back and he saves Khaleesi and one of them. But this is so cool. Now this Khaleesi figure looks beautiful. I mean, great job with the braids. The hair looks just like it does in the show. The problem is, if you don't have Drogon, it's going to be kind of weird looking. You don't want her sitting or standing like that on display. It looks very weird. Like, what are you doing, Khaleesi, right? But it, as you can see, she goes right on the back of her dragon, and off they go. But that's awesome. And let me just give you guys a better look at Drogon here. This is part of the Pops rides, of course, right? The Pop rides, because it's a ride for Khaleesi, like the Deadpool and the Chimichanga was part of the Pop rides. But, oh wow, just take a look. You got that bright red eyes, almost like they're glowing because of the light red paint job they put there with the black. So he's all black and red. His wings, the way the black goes into the red, this looks great. Again, the sculpt work. Now you see here next to Viserion, they're in the 6-inch scale, right? They're in the 6-inch scale. The other Drogon is going to be sitting like this, just like this Viserion. Sorry, Rhaegal. Oh, I can't keep these dragons. Rhaegal. So the Drogon is going to look just like Rhaegal, but just in this paint scheme. But here, he's in action, which is awesome. I'd rather see these guys like this, in, you know, fight mode, ready to go. Very cool. You see, these are very sharp, so, I mean, you know, not totally pointed, but they can hurt somebody. Just be careful. This is a hefty figure. But, yeah, this is so awesome. So we got Khaleesi with Drogon and her other baby dragon, Rhaegal. Well, growing up so fast, don't they? Just like my little baby dragons. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. As you can see, this was a lot. This is a Funko Fun Time with the kids. We had a great time. Even though it was a lot, I'm exhausted. I know the kids are exhausted.
Yes.
Oh, man, that's a lot of Funko figures, but I know you guys appreciate it. And if you do, tell them what they can do, Liz.
Put a like or a thumbs up on the video.
What else, Ty?
And don't forget to subscribe.
You heard it here. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do.
Peace.
Peace.